Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thanks so much for joining me and welcome to another Let's Go to the Record Store episode. It has been a while. I mean, several months, maybe even longer. Not even sure how long it's been since I've been to a record store. And I have hit up Anthony Coviello over at Sound Exchange, but it's always good to get out and try different places. And this is Jack's in Red Bank. And I really like this place because they got a great selection of hard rock and heavy metal, my cup of tea, the real stuff that I like from the 80s. They got a good amount of that here. So I'm hoping we find some good stuff today, but why don't we head inside and let's see what we can find at the record store today. Here's a great band, Animal Bag. I think they were from about 1992. They were kind of the tail end of the early 1990s rock sound, right before grunge really took over. But they're a great band. Classic debut album from Brother Kane, another one of those bands that was right on the cusp of the late 80s, early 90s rock, and then grunge broke. But even though these guys had success after it, this was still the only album I really enjoyed from them. Here's one of those Japanese reissues, Dio, Lock Up the Wolves, an HM CD version of it, so should be pretty good sound for this. Oh man, debut Firehouse album, so great. Really unfortunate that CJ Snare passed away, may he rest in peace. Here's a classic Fates Warning album, Parallels. It's got to be my favorite of theirs. Came out in 1991. It's got a very Queensryche sound to it. Here's one I don't think I've ever seen in the wild. From Beyond, Game Over. It's got Nicky Moore in here from Samson. This was a great album, already in my collection. Here's a cool band, Glider. They're an Irish band. I just recently got turned on to them through Bad Reputation Records. Cool Gamma Ray, Lust for Live, excellent band featuring Kai Hansen, currently with Halloween. Here's one I really like. I'm a big fan of Gene Loves Jezebel, Kiss of Life. First album I picked up by them because of this single, Jealous. What a great song that was, seeing that on MTV at the time. Well, this Gene Loves Jezebel, Heavenly Bodies, is even more rare than the other one. Came out on the label Savage and it was gone. It was just out of print so quick. I think that record label went out of business, and ultimately that's what stopped the album. But what a great album it is. Well, if I didn't already have this one, Lou Gramm, Long Hard Look, I would totally be picking it up. Such a great album. The song Angel with a Dirty Face, absolutely fantastic. All right, this is a cool one, Gracious Few. They only made one album. We got lead singer from Candlebox, and then we got three of the guys from Live coming together. This is back when supergroups were really popular around the early 2000s. We had Velvet Revolver and Audio Slave and stuff like that, and these guys took their shot. They were called the Gracious Few. Oh, here's a solo album from David Hall, who is a member of the Joe Perry Project, called Soul in Motion. I've got this album. It's really good if you like the Joe Perry Project stuff. This is right in line with them. Look, man, for $249, what a steal.
I got Tommy Dorsey, Vinny Goodman, and all of them, but no one has record players anymore. How do you know?
Even though the debut Jackal album is the famous one, this one here is actually the one I like the best. Push Comes to Shove just rocks straight through. A little bit less gimmicky, I think, is why I like this one. All right, man, we got Steve Jones, Fire and Gasoline. This is a great album. Unfortunately, he just broke his wrist, and the Sex Pistols had to cancel all their North and South American dates, but hopefully he'll be well enough again to be back on the road playing. This is a great solo George Lynch album. First one that he did. It's got a really great sound like Dokken on this, and more so than his Lynch Mob stuff. This is one of the Motley Crue albums that I don't seem to come across all that often on CD. It's a great comp from 1991. It's got a lot of cool classics, but it's also got some rarities on it as well.
Right? Anywhere from 40 to 60 years old. So I've got some Bruce Springsteen.
Always cool to find a Japanese-only album. This one, Mr. Big Live, Raw Like Sushi. You know, you find it, and when it's still sealed like this, that's even crazier than just finding it in general. Great live, really kind of an EP. It's only 6 tracks, but really good if you've never checked it out. The Outpatients, Anxious Disease. This is a band that featured West Arkeen, who co-wrote songs with Guns N' Roses on their Use Your Illusion albums. Unfortunately, he passed away, I believe, late 90s, early 2000s, so one and only album that they made.
It's like if you ever have trouble with your cable or your TV, what's the first thing you say to you? Yeah, that would be a crime in itself.
Don't see this one often. Royal Jelly. This is a band that featured Johnny Edwards, who one time sang for Foreigner after Lou Gramm. This was a project that he did just after it in the early 90s, came out on Island Records. The all-time classic debut from Skid Row. I think this is one of the greatest debut albums of all time. Tigers of Pantang. This album here, really good stuff from 2016. They came back with a vengeance on this one here and are one of the best new wave of British heavy metal bands that's still going today. The all-time classic Iron Maiden album, Power Slave, a 40th anniversary edition of the album. This was my first one on cassette back in the day. Judas Priest, Ram It Down. This is an album that has been growing on me in recent years. For a long time I didn't really care for it, but the beauty of it is really starting to shine through for me at least. Fantastic album by King's X, Faith, Hope, Love. This band doesn't really get enough attention or love, but they're a great band. Excellent musicians. They're kind of a musicians band. So many famous musicians out there really like them. Here we go with a classic Motorhead album, Overkill. And yes, the band, the thrash metal band Overkill, did take their name from this album. Oh, this is a good one here. Brian May, Back to the Light. Debut solo album for him. For anyone who's a really big Queen fan, if you've never checked this out, this is definitely worth giving a listen to. All right, we got the brand new Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts Talking to the Trees album. This one here has been really growing on me. First listen on it, couldn't really get into it, but second and third really started to come through. I'm starting to really like this album. One of my favorite bands, yes, the album Fragile on limited edition green vinyl. Cool album here. All right, so I'm back from Jack's in Red Bank, New Jersey. As you could see from the video, they had a lot of great stuff. The thing is, I owned nearly everything that I showed you guys that was in there. I just didn't, unfortunately, have any big scores this time. Usually when I go, I walk out with a big box. I mean, the last couple times I've gone, if you've seen the videos, you know that I've scored somewhere between 20 and 30 CDs when I've gone. It just was not the case. You know, some days are good, some days aren't, I guess it is. I still got some stuff. I got a little bag of loot. I'm gonna run through it with you guys and show you. It was mostly new stuff, releases that I just hadn't picked up through, you know, Amazon or my local record store, any of that. The one thing I did get that, you know, I had been eyeing on a previous visit was this Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey shirt from Bruce Springsteen. Mostly it's the color. As you can see, I like shirts that are colored. I don't really care for the dark black ones. Have too many of those from concerts going way back. But I did find this, so that was really cool. Very soft, one of the American Apparel shirts. Now, this might be the best thing that I picked up. I don't know. I don't own anything from this band. Pretty Things. And Grant Arthur, who I film with from Grant Arthur's Rock Warehouse and the Contrarians, just recently did, I think it was a ranking of the albums. He was talking all about Pretty Things, and I just thought, you know what? I need to get some. So this album here, I think is 71, 72. It's called Freeway Madness. I streamed it while I was in the store, and I enjoyed it. So I'm going to explore some Pretty Things. So I'm kind of excited about that because that's new to me. Then Colin Hay from Men at Work. This is his Man at Work Volume 2. I talked about it in a What Just Dropped series, but I never actually picked it up. I streamed it later on and quite enjoyed it, so picked that up. This one I wasn't able to get off of Amazon. As soon as it was available, meaning been released, it was immediately unavailable. Maybe it's available now, I have no idea, but Sweet Platinum Rare Volume 1. It's a 2 CD set. I've been picking up the RSD vinyl copies of their Rarities series, and now we've got a 2 CD version of that for CD. So you know me as a CD fanatic, I picked that up. So all stuff from the vault out of Andy Scott's personal archives. And then this one here, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Surth Ungol. I've been, well, I won't say recently, but I would like in the last year been getting into this band and picked up a number of their studio albums. And this one, this live album, is fairly recent. I think I can't see the, oh, there you go, 2023 on it. And as I understand, the band has done their farewell tour and they've hung it up. I could be wrong, but this being a 2 CD plus DVD live at the Roxy, and again, streamed this and it was a beast. It sounded amazing. So got that. And the one CD, used CD that I did find and pick up was from Adrian Gurvitz of Gun, Three Man Army, Baker Gurvitz Army. I really like him. This is an acoustic thing.
I listened to it. It's okay. I don't know, but I definitely enjoy putting it into the collection and having it. And maybe at some point, it'll click with me or whatever. I don't know. It was only $2.99. I decided to not walk out of there without it, just because it's Adrian Gervitz, and I've always liked his playing. So an acoustic called Acoustic Heart. Add that. But yeah, that's it. Just these 5 things here and the shirt. So that's what I was saying. It was kind of a bust for me. And you guys know I normally go down and I walk out with a stack of stuff, and I just was not feeling it today. But I hope you enjoyed the episode nonetheless and got to see all the cool stuff that the store has. And it's always great exploring different record stores that are outside of the regular places that you go. You never know what you're going to find doing that. And for me, I didn't really find much, but I decided to check out Pretty Things, and who knows where that'll go. So the whole trip may have been, for something if it totally kicks off a listening spree with that band or something else. But there you go, guys. So hope you enjoyed the Let's Go to the Record Store episode at Red Bank, or in Red Bank at Jack's Music Shop. Check them out online. You can look them up and, see everything else that they've got and whatnot. But yeah. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.